Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Epic 7, and I guess I gotta cover this. I've tried to stay away from topics like this because, don't want to get dragged through the mud again. I don't want that to happen, but this seems pretty important. This is the Korean Google Play Store. I actually mentioned it recently about the drama in KR and how kind of pissed people were. I think they did a whole video on it, I can't remember. And they've taken to action. The Korean community, at least, has taken to action. So, this is kind of the post we got on the stove, and then we'll take a look at the actual Google Play Store ratings. And just to be clear, I'm not advocating review bombing or anything like that. I'm covering the situation, and I personally think there's a lot wrong with the game, a lot, but I think they're kind of semi-headed in the right direction a little. So I'm actually pretty happy with the game right now, especially with the, I also noticed this is not showing everything I want it to show. There we go. But yeah, let's take a look at this. So the E7 review score on Korean Google Play started at 4.2, and it is now at 1.6. And this is in a time period of, this is the 18th. So this is 4 days ago at 4.2, and now it is 1.6 at the current time. So we can see 1.6 here. We can see that most importantly, and this is actually important, this isn't just a review bomb to make it look bad. I believe it's actually at the point where they can't download it anymore. So new players actually cannot download the game from what I see here. So let's take a look at this. And then I want to take a look at some of the reviews to see what they said. So Korean E7 players are currently doing a 1-star review protest, and we've managed to bring it down to 1.6, where the game can no longer be installed. We love E7, but we feel like the only way for us to fix the game, this is the only way left for us to fix the game, because review scores and sales numbers are all they care about. In other words, this is a war for gamers who love E7 versus a greedy corporation. So I do want to mention a couple things here before we go on. I do think Epic 7 / Smilegate has horribly mishandled a lot of this game. I think the game is amazing. I think it's had its good and its bad times. And I think they've just done a number of poor decisions over the course of however many years. And I think there's a lot of things that seem, in my mind, relatively easy to fix, so they don't have to do the things they're doing to make their money. A big example of this is skins, no stat skins, decorations, your stronghold being a place you can build. There's so much cosmetic stuff that they can make so much money on that it just kind of baffles me they haven't got into stuff like that. And instead of going into stuff like that, they've gone into stuff like OP units going into ML4 pity / ML5 pity, stuff like that, right? So there's a lot I personally disagree with as well, with how they're running things. And I think there's a lot of different avenues they could have taken, a lot of different roads that would make the game in a better place. It would make the game, like, monetarily. I actually, like, obviously they know better than me, but I actually monetarily think it could be in a better place because of some of the changes they could have done, while also making it a better game. So that's what I'm trying to get at. So let's take a look at what they posted here. I haven't read this, by the way, yet. So there are tons of posts from Korean users. Is there any way to cut down on the negativity on Reddit, especially users for Korean servers affecting global servers? Would love for some mods to take this down if possible. I'm not a mod. By the way, how early can I get the 1800 Skystones? Question mark. I'll ask such and such and the others regarding that, GM Chloe. They are one of the moderators. Oh, this is Epic 7 right here, I think. I guess they'll say in this, they'll say it down there. They seem to post stuff and then post the info on it. Thanks. I mean, free speech for sure, but don't want it affecting the users right from the beginning. The post doesn't necessarily have to be taken down completely, but at least there's an option to hide it. Really appreciate the work, guys, and if you have any options on this, let me know. And then they say grammar and punctuation may be horrendous because it's a Reddit community supporter. Oh, that actually makes sense. So the person asking for this is a Reddit community supporter, which is the actual job title. Nevertheless, it was a person who got officially hired by Smilegate. Okay. Interesting. So do they mean officially hired by Smilegate, or do they mean like paid by Smilegate rather? Or do they mean like 1,800 Skystones a month to help out on the forums? That's a very big difference, I think. Either way, interesting. So global E7 players may not share the same sentiment as the KR players because you guys are brainwashed by controlled and forced positivity. Everything from Reddit to Twitch, you'll find manipulation. They just tell you not to talk about it. 85% of the revenue comes from the global E7 client, so don't listen to other people. Think for yourself at the moment. I mean, I am, and I have been thinking for myself for a long time. And I think this is a really backhanded attack, I guess. I don't know the right word for it, but this just feels unnecessary. We are brainwashed and forced positivity. I mean, okay. If you think this is all BS, go do your research and all the fact checking first. What is this here? So this is Super Creative's this one on the bottom here is Super Creative's money. So Korean won. Let me just read the summary. So 26 million USD times 7 is 183 million USD. This was the amount of money the CFO of Super Creator made for selling 12% of the company in 2021. That's a lot. This is going over the Super Creative and Smilegate stuff. So for those of you who don't know, Super Creative is actually are actually the developers. I believe I'm making sure I'm saying that right. Of the game, and Smilegate purchased Super Creative? Question mark. In April 24th, 2019, Super Creative's first 64% shares of the company ownership was first acquired by Smilegate. We're getting deep right now, folks. The remaining 36% would be traded over the next 3 years, so 12% per year. I have heard about this a lot. The last 12% is coming soon, and there seems to be some very, very, very speculative topics about how they've run the game because of this. So maybe they're going to cover that now. So on April 4th this year, the final share will be acquired by Smilegate. The price will be based on 7 times the annual net profit of Super Creative. This is why you will be milked like there's no tomorrow, at least until May, when the games company will have a new owner. So that is very interesting to me. Especially since I personally feel like they could have made more money these last couple of years pretty easily. It felt like there were so many situations where I was like, yeah, they could make a lot more money if they just did this. And that seems weird to not do that. And obviously, again, I'm just a dude that plays the game since day one. So I don't know actual financials and if that would have affected it. But so we obviously see OP Angel of Light here. We see OP Armin. We see, well, presumably OP Armin. We see Arby. This is showing you can get Arby for free. Interesting. So Bad Cat Armin, aka AOL version 2. Really? They think Armin's going to be AOL version 2. She seemed pretty strong. I don't know about AOL version 2. But OP 4-star and a low tier / free ML5 sales tactic. Interesting. And then we have Lionheart Surmia here. Now they will make you spend money for 310 summons from 200. Yeah, this is something I've mentioned a lot. This is one of the changes they've made that was asked for, but implemented poorly, I think, and something that I really disagree with. I really feel like the ML4 pity is one of the worst things they've added to the game, just because it is misleading to a point where it will cost people a lot of money by going to pull for a 4-star instead of a 5-star. And that scares me, you know? Like, if a new player sees a pity rate for a 4-star, they're like, yeah, that looks cool. They're gonna not waste, but you know, it's just not efficient to go for the ML 4-star. And by not efficient, I mean extremely not efficient. Like, the amount of money it would cost to fix that problem that you did, going for the 4 instead of a 5 is insane to me. Yes, it's nice that you can get the 4-star if you really want, but that really is only whale territory. So kind of interested in this. So let's keep reading. All I'm asking of you to do is don't waste your money. I've been an E7 player and fan since release day. I love video games and I love E7, but now I've quit the game because I'm absolutely disgusted by the greed of the people making the BM for the custom company. When I'm gone, I want the new players to be able to enjoy E7, not as a cash cow, but as players with proper consumer rights. Don't say that pay-to-win system is the right way, because it's not. If you're happy with the game balance and current state of the game, probably means you've not played this game long enough, or you have enough disposable income to flush down the toilet. If you wish to help, please help fixing this game by participating. I will not. And close your wallet, save your money. I mean, this is what I've been doing. And I haven't really spent money for a long time, maybe like a little bit in the last year, basically, like last 365 days. Please share this info to Reddit and other SNS after you do your research and learn all that information is true. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so that's the post. There's a lot going on here, and I've talked about the real reasons and stuff behind a lot of the stuff in previous videos. Not the real reasons, but the in-depth reasons, but these seem to be the hot topics currently. So we have Sensor Tower up here as well. I just want to see if we can read some of these reviews that are coming in here. So I deleted the review, and it's a real operating god game. They really don't even know what they did wrong. Operation, please. Is this a game? An update that deteriorates the quality in over 3 years. I've only shot characters for the past year. I guess this is going to be hard to read with translation. I thought it was Epic 7 that changed after the meeting, but I'm back again. As you expected, don't change easily. The character balance in this game is too bad. Raising a single character is really difficult. But what fun do you have when the value of a character you've been working on so hard suddenly goes down? It's still ridiculously difficult to farm equipment. I spend money like crazy in the Moonlight and quit. So that's a topic I want to talk about too. I don't know if it should take its own video. It probably should, but this is a good point. Like, maybe not said the best way, but then again, translate, but this is a good point. There's a lot of problems with the balance in this game, but at the same time, a lot of the problems in the balance of this game are because this exact situation happened 3 years ago, and Smilegate folded and stopped nerfing, and instead only buffed and released new units to try to fix the problems instead of nerfing, because the Korean community at the time, this was before the game was released, I think, or as it was released in North America, or global, I should say, sorry, did the same thing, right? So we are partially in this situation because of previous actions. Not entirely, obviously, but we're partially there. So that's all I'm going to go into today. There's a lot going on. I don't know everything about it, but I do know that there's obviously a problem. So let me know in the comments what you think below, and I will talk to y'all later. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe on the way out. Have a great day. Bye, everybody.